Hi. Welcome to my channel. Today I am gonna show you how you can create a registration form using Ajax with validation and MySQLi. So this is the form which we will going to create in this video. I am going to break down the code into these steps. Let's start with the first step, creating a basic HTML5 form. Create a new folder in your www or htdocs folder, and give it a name. Here I am giving Ajax form. Drag this folder in your source code editor. Under this folder create an index.php file. In this file we will write the HTML5 code. Our form will be under the div tag with class form. Banner class contains our background or main image. Form message class shows the form's error, like empty fields, etc. These codes are for the rows and their respective fields. Now let's style this form. First link the CSS file. I have created a folder named CSS. Under this folder create a file called style.css. Now let's start designing with CSS code. I am using Roboto font here. Let's copy the Roboto font CDN from Google Fonts. You can use any of these fonts CDN. Copy this font CDN, and paste it into your code. Just follow me carefully. I am creating a folder called Images in which I will keep my main image or background image. Now we will make the form responsive using media queries. As you can see, we have completely created and designed our form. Now, let's make this form dynamic. This is the jQuery syntax. Give the form an ID. Here I am giving my form. This code means, on submitting the form, e.preventDefault function prevent our form from submission. As you can see, it is not working because we haven't included the jQuery CDN. Let's search for jQuery Ajax CDN on Google. Copy the jQuery CDN and paste it into your code. As you can see, the code is working. I am using $.ajax jQuery Ajax method to submit the form. This code means, for submission we will use post method here. After clicking on submit button, URL goes to signup.php. Data option contains the form's inputs values. Data type option. This is what you're expecting back from the server. Here I am giving JSON, means I want my response from the server in the form of JSON, so basically, JSON is the response format. Here we will tell the jQuery that we will expect the response in JSON format using data type. Content type, false. This is the type of data you're sending. Cache, false. It will force requested pages not to be cached by the browser. Setting cache to false will only work correctly with head and get requests. Process data, false. jQuery simply sends whatever you specify as data without any attempt to modify it by encoding as a query string. In our style.css, as you can see, we have set the display of the form message class to none. So, after success function, we will set the display of the form message class by jQuery to block. When the form is being successfully submitted, then we will see our response status, that is it true or equal to 1, then the form will get reset. And one success message will be shown. Using message property. To verify this, we have to set a response parameter along with success function. But if in our response contains some error like empty fields, then an error message will be shown. We have to check this with status property. Now we have to validate our file and send our selected file. This code means, when the value of the input type file changes, then using files property we will store the image whose index is 0 in the variable file. Files property makes a list of files which we select to upload, and the image which has the index 0 would be selected. As we have not given the option to upload multiple files, so it can only seize that file which has index 0. The file property will make a list of only that single image which has 0 index. This happens only because we have used this code with index 0. File type denotes the type of file, that whether it is image, PDF or RAR. Next we will create an indexed array variable named match. Array contains the format of image that we will allow to be uploaded. In case we will try to upload an RAR file, then it will not allow us to upload it because RAR does not match with the array match variable. It will show an error message and input file value will get empty. And if we will upload an image file, then it will get preceded. This is the code. As you can see, I am trying to upload an RAR file, but it will not allow me to do that because RAR file does not match with the match variable. Next step is to validate the form. So create a signup.php file under Ajax form folder. Let's write the PHP code. Now we will create an associative array variable named response. It contains two keys. First key is status, whose value is 0, and another one is message, whose value will be form submission failed. This message will be shown when there is an error, but if we did not display the error message, then this error will be displayed. Status key is used for response status, and message key is used for displaying the error or success messages. First, create two variables, $error empty and $error email, and set them to false. Here I am testing that this Ajax is working or not. I will explain this code later to you. The JSON_encode function is used to encode a value to JSON format. Here variable response is encoded into JSON format. As you can see, our Ajax request is successfully submitted and it is redirected to the signup.php. Now we have to design the error message whose class is formMessage in style.css file. As you can see, we have designed the error message. Using isIt function of PHP, we will verify that our form's input value is set or not. In this form fields are first name, last name, email, password and file. A side note here, we have to keep this in mind that the name which we are using in the isIt function, it should be the same name which we have used for input field name attribute. The values which are set using the isIt function, we will store these in the same variable name. In other words, we have to store the form's input field's value in the variable. I am using the same variable name here to make it understand easily. Next we have to validate that our field is empty or not. If it is empty, it will show an error. Here, just to show you, I am writing that if the first name field is empty, then an empty error message occurs, otherwise it will show the not empty message. Now we will validate our all input fields value. Another note here: use $_files for file input, as it will not take post method. As you can see, it is showing the form submission failed error, because I have not given the error message after the else part. For this, we have to remove the comment from the else part. It shows empty, as you can see we haven't given any value. It is perfectly working for all the fields. After this, we have validate our email field using filter_var PHP function. This function shows an invalid email error message if it founds email invalid. And along with this, we have to make our $error email variable true. You have to set the $error empty variable to true after the empty error message. Usage of these two variables is here. We will start our upload file code using these two variables. If both of these variables are false, then we will write the code to upload the file. Create a variable named upload status, and set it to 1. And a variable named upload file and set it to empty. We will use this variable later. If file input is not empty, then we will define our file path. $filename specifies the name of the file. $target file path specifies the path of the uploaded file. I am creating a folder under the Ajax form folder named Uploads, where I am going to keep my uploaded files. Here we have to create a variable named upload_dir. It will contain the value of that folder, uploads, which we just created, in which we are going to keep our uploaded files. $file type specifies the type of the file, but here it will not be used. Now we will see that if file already exists in the uploads folder, then it will not allow us to upload it again, and along with it set the upload status variable to 0. If the file not exists in the uploads folder, then we will check the size of the file, if it is larger than the specified size. Here I am specifying 500 kilobytes. A note here: convert the 500 kilobytes into bytes. If the files exceeds, then this message will be shown, and upload status is set to 0. First we have to make the variable file type to a comment, as we are not using it here. If the file is not exceeds to a specific size, it will be uploaded to the destination folder, which is uploads folder. Upload file variable is used here. If the file does not contain any error, then the upload file is equal to the file name, and upload status will set to 1, otherwise an error message will be shown, and upload status will set to 0. Now we have to insert this data into database. If upload status is equal to 1, then data will be inserted into the database. If you want to encode the password, then create a variable called hash and encode the password using MD5 PHP function. We have to make sure that if an email already exists in the database, then our data would not be inserted in the database. To do this, we have to create a check variable. Before insertion, let's connect the form with the database. Create a file config.php under the Ajax form. Writing the code to connect the database. Let's create the database Ajax form into phpMyAdmin. Go to the SQL option and write the Create Table query. Now create a table called User under the Ajax form database. And write down the field names which you have given in the form. If database already contains the email, then it will show the error message, otherwise data will be inserted into the database. Create the query variable and write the insert query. In insert query, make sure you're using the same field's name as you have used in your database table. If the insert query works correctly without any error, then the success message will be shown, and response status is set to 1. As you can see, data is inserted successfully and file is also uploaded to the upload folder. Now let's insert another data with the same email and same file. As you can see, it shows the error for the same file and for the same email. But after changing the file, it will uploading the file in the uploads folder. To prevent this, we have to cut this code and paste it before insertion query. Let's try again, inserting the data with the same email, to check that after having same email in the database, it is uploading the file or not. Now you can see after checking that email already exists, it does not uploading the file. So this is it for today. Hope you liked and learned something from this. If you do, then hit a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Bye.